Yeah,
Well, he's been censored. I've been censored. Everybody's been censored because we don't play games. And I'm not going to be censored no more.
Like, if
For
we don't
what?
stand up and...
If you don't stand up and speak now,
you're screwed.
You're
like,
done.
I was talking with someone today, and...
you're done.
We're talking about...
You can always get another account and shit like that.
Exactly, but I was talking
keep it real, guys.
someone today about
We have
the COVID stuff,
we have to get rid of
about
Trudeau.
the CERB, and the government sent her a letter saying that she has to pay back $4,000, and I'm like, listen,
Bullshit.
don't be
Don't pay it
scared
back.
about it. Don't worry about that. Don't pay it back. Don't, like, I got a letter myself, and the letter went directly into the fucking garbage. I'm like,
Good for
Okay,
you.
hang on, guys. I got to make a statement. Wait.
Okay.
Not everybody has the same opinion on this live. So you can't judge all of us by somebody, but we all have the same basic opinion that Canada's screwed.
Yeah, most definitely.
You know, you have no idea how screwed we really are. You have not even the slightest idea how fucked Canada is. You're just seeing what you're seeing. But it goes a lot deeper than that. It goes a lot deeper.
I read in between the lines, and I look at two sides of the picture and everything, and I don't look at what's in front of me. I see beyond that, right? What's
you got to do your research.
Big time.
And you won't see it on here.
I take everything for a grain of salt at the end of the day.
Anyways,
and back to what I was trying to say.
Another live. God bless you all.
All right, Leonard. See ya.
Cheers, Leonard. And
see you, buddy.
What I was trying to tell her is, like, everybody thinks we work for the government. We got to fear the government. No, the government works for us. Okay, like, we are private.
No, they used to work for us.
But you know what I'm trying to say. I'm like,
well, in theory they're supposed to work. In theory they're supposed to work for us, but they don't. Obviously they don't.
Exactly, and I was trying to.
But then you get these people on here, like, okay, for instance, Arch Druid. You get people like Arch Druid that is convinced that, well, yeah, it's the libs and the cons. No, it's the libs, cons, and the NDP. It's the trifecta.
They're all together.
Yes.
One way or another, their agenda is together. Like, it's all the same.
That's right.
It's just masked in a different way. It's said in a
Arch
different
Druid.
way.
Sorry, Anthony, give me a second. Well, Arch Druid, you did say that. You mentioned it's about the libs and the cons fighting each other. And yes, there is some truth to that. But again, you're forgetting the third party. So I'm just assuming that you're an NDP supporter. And if you're not, say it.
Big time. I totally agree with you on that.
Say it. Just tell me who you are, you know. I do. I just make it clear to everybody I don't vote for any of them.
Neither do I.
I'm sick and tired of it. I'm tired of it. People are about to lose their fucking homes. They're about to lose. You know what? I follow this guy by the name of
Depression.
Yeah, exactly. But I follow this guy by the name of Gerald Celente. Okay, he's a trend sportcaster. I followed this guy for fucking years, and actually, this is the guy that told me about direct democracy. Thank God for him, okay? And there's other people like Gerald Celente that follow the economy very well. He's saying that the month of October, I don't know about here in Canada, but in the States, it's going to be really fucking ugly, okay?
It's going to be a bloodbath.
Now, don't forget, in the States, cities like Chicago, San Francisco, LA, you name it, any city, there are stores closing up because the violence and the crime is rampant. Why is that? Why is that? Well, because poverty is rampant down there, and it's getting worse. In fact, in San Francisco, it was so bad, the homeless situation was so bad, that the homeowners were taking the people into their houses because they didn't want that image of the homeless people, in their neighborhood. Wow. So at least the people were taking it upon themselves to say, okay, you know what? You can't be out here. I'll take you in on a home and house you. Now, that's great. That's good of them. But again, the problem is it's systemic. The economy is broken. The political system is fucking broken, and you're going to start seeing it unroll even worse. If you think the States is bad now, or Canada, I agree with Leonard and Mercury. It's going to get worse.
Oh, way worse, way worse. And I've been trying to tell people that, like,
we haven't seen shit yet.
Exactly. Like, A lot of people don't.
Why do you think they waited till our grandparents were gone?
True.
Yep. Big time.
That's a good point.
They would not have pulled this shit 20 years ago.
Nope. Because
But
our
here's
grandparents are the
the
ones who
mistake
fought
they
in
did.
World War II to give us our freedom that we don't have anymore.
So Harley,
All
we're
World
gonna.
War
mistake
II was
they-
about, as far as I'm concerned, was capitalism against communism.
Yep. Which are
The
both
one
same,
mistake
just
they
different.
did do. Hey,
Just named different.
Hold on.
the one
Sorry.
mistake they did do was leave us Gen Xers here watching this happen. Because we were
We're
built
still
for this.
young enough.
I'm gonna be honest with you. If you guys weren't around, we'd be royally fucked.
Yep.
Royally fucked. Because the younger generation, I'm 32 years old. My generation and younger wouldn't have you guys educating us. That have seen a lot more than we have. Right? Now, my grandparents, like, that's why they want to get rid of them, because they've seen a lot more than all of us. You know what I mean? So, it's the world's fucked in general, not just Canada, just the world in general is.
Oh yeah, this is a worldwide problem. This is a worldwide problem. I'm just saying that, I'm just focusing on here in this country, and I'm hoping that other people in other countries do the same. I know in France that they're rebelling. They've been rebelling since 2017, 2018, ever since the Yellow Vest started.
Mhm.
So this just doesn't happen right after. This happened prior to COVID.
Oh, this has been in the works for 20 years.
For sure, but I think it really started going downhill in 2017 and 2018. That's why countries like
100%.
Chile were in a full revolution. That's why France was in a revolution. And many other countries too.
Oh,
Then
but
when
it's
COVID
good.
hit, it went full speed ahead.
Yeah,
COVID sped everything up, and that was the whole point of COVID.
you're right. You're right about that. It did accelerate it. Yes.
Well, they kept us locked down so they could get a lot of shit done.
That's
Big
right.
time. And they wanted us to, what do you call it now? They wanted to program us to get used to like these 15-minute cities they want to create, right?
Okay, I have a question. You guys all say they, and then you revert back to saying, government. We are the government, and I have to sit back. I'm. Forgive me. I'm not old. I'm not young. I have no idea, but I'm listening to the same regime consistently played out. And if I were to look at it as a span over 100 years, and I had a television telling my vision what to see. In that 100 years, I've seen World War I, I've seen World War II off the television. I've seen plays and gladiator arenas for 500-600 years. Creating a ring for people to eat and to be merry is all the elite do, or the 1%
Well,
that everyone speaks of.
well, that's what they want.
Okay, well,
Like when
we
Donald
are
Trump
all of
was
that.
speaking,
But you just use that same word, they.
but a lot of people.
But who are you? As a person, as you. So, I mean, when I was in the 1970s and I grew up, I didn't have TV. We had Channel 6. We all refer back to Lila Stovo here in Canada. But we can all recall those stories because it was told to our vision. By 1984, we had a little game called Mario come out in Japan. 2 years later, it came here to Canada. That's 1986. In 1986, we started siding away with the progressive conservatives, our rights, to a North American globalist agenda of carbon. As these things progressed, we had wall-bound rainforests, we had hands across America, we had some great things happen throughout the 80s. But what was it? We weren't attacking them or they. We were attacking ourselves to be a heightened creature, somebody who was a lot more evolved to end racism, to end gays and everything else. Whatever protest there was, we wanted that to end. All of these things came on because we can't let that end. If we let that end, there is no us and them. It's just us. It's all of us. It's within thyself to be able to rise above, see what it is for what it is. It's all underneath that power of light. Once you understand that everything's in that power of light and everything becomes faith in light, vibration, sound, motion, emotions, all that create the structure around you. A vibrational harmony is the unity of all. So right now, the vibration unity of the planet, I think our host is right. It was about 2017, 2016, where we started seeing the mass revolutions happen in major centers. But the other thing that had happened in the last 5 years is all these people rushed away. There was mass migrations everywhere. There was no more commonality for the people. So then we had COVID and everyone became codependent on video. So now I'm looking at it going, well, if you want to look at it as like a precursor to what we were generating a whole bunch of things of zeros and ones back in the 80s. Here, we got a blank screen. Let's make these zeros and ones work for us. Now we have a digital system that everyone's afraid of because no one knows what to do. So now we got like robots coming. Okay, cool. I remember robots back in the 80s. I remember a little Radio Shack robot back in the 80s. I think every kid had one across North America. Little white robot. I think his name was Toby or something.
Yep.
But as these things have grown now, I'm looking at, I've got racism in my house. I've stood in my house, in the House of Commons. I videotaped Andrew Scheer tell Trudeau to stand up for SNC Lavalin. I was the only one with the yellow jacket to walk into our house. In both these different convoys, everything else, I've stood with Pat Kay, I've stood with them all. I'm done. I'm not going to fight. I'm not going to do anything. I sat there and I charged him, myself personally, Matthew Walmsley, Ottawa, 2019. I walked away from the convoy because I knew there was political fiascos. The people that I saw on the roads across Canada in 2019, it was the same as it was in 2022. All of Canada, the people of Canada, the ones that have families here, been here for 100 years. A lot of us have been here a long time. But Canada was about the free. And it was more of the free spirit. When I was a kid, I used to tell the Americans I painted igloos for a living. They say, how do you do that? I said, with Kool-Aid. Oh, yeah. Right? Like, it made a lot more sense to me to actually comprehend a global environment, not a local environment. But it took me till I was 51 to start realizing that comes from within you and everyone else.
You're totally correct.
You need to find that peace and that harmony and that love for you. That vibration, that unity is shared around the world. I've seen it. I know it. I felt it.
You're totally right.
The visions now are just too much. I'm just dumbfounded by, like, I know Mercury when he was out here, and I know he's going through a really hard time because he lost his brother. They used to be the ones that we could actually get information from. Duke and all the rest of the ones, teaching you about being a free man on the land. I get a kick. I talked to Duke the other day. I said, Duke, listen, bud, I don't have any ID anymore since 2019. I don't have any kind of connection to a digital world. I don't have a bank account. Don't have anything. But I have food, I have community, and I have service. I'm a humble individual in the global system. And he says, what do you mean by that? I says, well, I don't have ID. I don't have a birth certificate. I can't get on a plane, a train, a boat. I can't get a hospital care. None of it. I don't have a bank account. So then I asked the Mason the other day. I says, you guys protect all these secrets. The only secret I don't know is the initiation. I don't know the experience of what happens on the initiation of a brotherhood that has been lasted around this world for countless number of years. Everyone's scared of like whatever rituals you use and everything else, and it's a brotherhood, and you make a good man better, and I can understand the square and the moral compass. And there's 33 levels of understanding the attainment of what? Universal law? To make yourself a good, better person who you are? All you're doing is using the tools of faith to be able to incarnate the next person into being a better person by humbly being their servant and giving them love and peace. And then I think his name was Brother Hummingbird or something. And he brought up about 20 Masons. And I said, listen, the whole world wants to know the secret. And when they actually ask for it, they ask for the law of attraction.
You want to pick us up to the job, but
they haven't realized there's 10 other laws that go with it, 12 other laws that go with it. And that goes back to karmatic basis. With every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. Is another one of the laws. So if you react with violence, you're going to get violence back.
Mm-hmm.
So when people talk about mindfulness, it's about being able to breathe. So universal language became very easy for all to see. All you had to do was breathe. Always breathe. As soon as you made choices, commitments, creations, anything else, you're already looking for a destiny, a desire, a want. No longer needs. All you need to do is breathe. But I mean, these things are common understandings for everybody. So whatever age we are, we've learned that in the first 9 years of our living. These are the things that I kind of follow, and I don't know if somebody can disprove those understandings. I'd love for it. Because at the end of the day, I'm just one guy. Like I have no idea what to do anymore. I've done everything I can. So when I pose this question to common law, I says, so if everybody who is so upset with this system, so upset, so pissed off, North American wide, if everyone were to take what everyone holds so secret, my social insurance number, my social security number, put it into a big digital pool. Now you have pure democracy because you have eliminated oneself from a common system that is built on political structure, renounce the crown by renouncing the certificate that's given to you when you're born. You have a pool now that's purely democratic, where all can see, which now becomes a pure democracy for all, if you want to see it that way. But if you want to see it inside your heart, you have to go hang out with that Buddhist on the side of the mountain who's going to say, hey, watch what happens when I drop a rock in the pond. I don't know, it's just my thoughts. Sorry, guys, I didn't mean to ramble. Thank you for letting me ramble, Alice.
Matthew, don't be sorry, man. Everybody needed to hear that. Big time.
It's all good.
You're allowed to have a voice.
Big time. And literally everybody needed to hear that. Wow, that was amazing. I'm actually speechless. Jesus. Wow.
You guys want to see something?
There was
I opened up a journal from like 4 years ago. Like, here, let's see if we can reverse this camera. Because this camera, oh, it does. Look at that. So I started writing this. What date? I know it has a date in it. October 29th,
You can't see,
2019.
Matthew.
Oh. So this book that I'm showing you were thoughts of mine. Oh, after the government destroyed my family. So, do you guys know anything about? Oh, sorry. There we go. Do you guys know anything about Krishna?
No.
Not
No?
really, no.
Okay.
The Hindu god?
Okay, Brahma is like the universe. It's everything. I don't like saying Hindu god. I don't like saying any of those kind of things. It's the only thing I can find that actually has a natural cycle of history. It has a date.
Don't know what else to call it when you ask a question like that. I didn't mean no offense there. It was just
No, there's no offense taken. So I'm showing you right now Brahma. That's created being, grandfather of all universe, member of the supposed Hindi Trinity, Brahman, the spiritual nature, the preservation, presence, and the supreme of the supreme. The Supreme Lord possesses the of opulence. So Brahma is like all, like it's you, an entity, everything. It's like if you were nothing and you were to sit in your pineal gland as your soul before you had a cognitive and abstract thinking, that'd be Brahman. That'd be the truest essence of light. As soon as that spark happened, that Big Bang happened, anything else. So then the three that came on that you're talking about, the Hindu gods, would be Shiva, which is the god of chaos. Then there was Karma, which everyone knows, and Vishnu. It's the embodiment. So that trinity or that trifecta of life has repeated in every story. So Christians don't believe in any of it because they don't say that they actually have any kind of Trinity in their life other than the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost. So for me, I look at it in Latin and I look at it in my own self. So if I say solar, my solar plexus, it's kind of where I cross the sun, isn't it? When I say the Father. So I cross the Father, so the pineal gland of all. I cross the Son, and I hold on the Holy Spirit. So now this is going to give me a reflection of the day and the allowings of choice amongst the black and white. Then I got a rainbow in between. I can see all imagery into amongst. But I think that's simple. I don't know if that's complicated because, I think once I gave up on university, I said, I'm done with this game. But I think all of us knew, like, you take a sunlight, you shine it through a water droplet, and you get the rainbow.
You get different spectrums.
You get 7 different colors, but you also have black and white. And then you have to have 0 to be able to contrast it all because of that start. Without that start, you don't have a 0 and 1, a constant, a nothingness. But if you were to take 0 to 9, you can put it on the colors of the rainbow. You can create the same colors in the numeric sequences, and then you can hit a shift in the control button to be able to make a full language on a screen. The concepts that I've come up with in my life are the most base strategy understanding of it all. But at the same time, I handed one of my books in and they said, you should go down and hand this in a university. You'll probably get a doctorate. I said, I don't really care. Because at the end of the day, I share myself with everyone. I cannot be me. That whole empathic, sympathetic, all the rest. If I'm me, man, I'll go out and hug this world. I'll bring everyone to me. I'll say, let's play. Let's have fun. But know thyself be true. Rise above, so below. Only you have that choice. All have that choice. Well, I just want to breathe. I don't know about the rest of you. But if I can't breathe, I can't even have that choice. So if I look at it as ABC, 1, 2, 3, I can use language around it. And always and almighty, a singletary thing. The color red. Oh, wow, this is enlightening. Why is this so enlightening? Because it's all the same. It's what we see. It's what we hear. It's what we do. It's what we feel as people. Animals do the same thing. Vibration, tone, sound. God spoke everything into existence. Spoke everything into existence. Vibration.
Matthew, keep going, man.
Wow, I don't know, man. Like, I got so much stuff. Like, I'm showing you this book.
People need to hear this stuff more because you're totally right.
Well, I mean, I don't even know what to do anymore. Light of wisdom. Some see the super soul within.
Wait. Wait a minute. Can you turn your camera away from?
Turn it away. What do you mean?
We don't mind looking at the book, but we don't need Ellis getting banned for.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you can't show the paraphernalia.
Sorry.
No worries. Sorry, I don't know. I'm not very good with technology. But I mean, a lot of us, I'm a hippie. So the funny thing is I live here in Alberta and there's no ocean anywhere near here.
I used to live in Edmonton. I know about it.
So yeah, I lived in Whiskey Creek, which was on Vancouver Island, and I didn't live anywhere near the ocean there either. And I grew up in Sault Ste. Marie, so I've lived in the heart of Canada, all the way across Canada. Now I'm in Edmonton, and I'm like, why am I here? Because there's no water here. But that's my own wrestling. I have to wrestle that one through. But yeah, the Bhagavad Gita gave me this insight. It took me almost 50 years to understand what was happening in my life. I really don't know. I've seen a lot of trauma. I've had apology letters from the government, apology letters from the RCMP, and as of yesterday, I don't give a shit anymore. I'm done. I cannot let. So what I do here in Alberta is I sell fish. I sell salmon, but I call myself HJR, and I have an old group of people on the island from In Cahoots and a whole bunch of other, people that we're transformalizing the last 60 years of. In Cahoots was the one that started the UBC riots. He came up from California and Berkeley in the late 70s, and his name was Mitch, and everyone knows the Rocky Horror Picture Show and Frankfurter. So Mitch lives on Vancouver Island. There's a lot of us across Canada, but we're old families. I guess that's what we have to call ourselves, our old families. And these other people that, gave me the humbleness to actually appreciate everyone else and the mindfulness. So I have to share what I'm sharing with you from how it got shared to me, because that's part of history or part of life. I mean, I have it. Anyone that's here, if you're here in Alberta, when I go back out to work, I do St. Albert. I'm center stage at St. Albert's Farmers Market. I work with the Hutterite community out of Killam called the Holden Colony. I supply a lot of food to a lot of people who don't have food. I use all my money to help families and people. I don't really have money. I don't really have a bank account. I've lived.
We don't need money to live.
You don't. You need each other to live, and you need each other to love each other.
Thank you.
You don't have to lie. Without any. See, the division, I've seen the division for a long time in my life. The frustrations is that my family that disowned me because I sat in a wheelchair when I was 19 years old. My dad came to me in the Toronto Western General, handed me a sandwich. He says, "You're no longer any good to our family. You can't walk." Pardon? I haven't seen my dad in almost 30 years. My dad's 93. My mom
if that was me, I would have done the same thing, brother.
So when I sat there and I learned all of that, I had to teach myself everything again. So throughout the time, I've been pretty fortunate. I've met the Dalai Lama. I've lived at the Kootenai School of Light on the East Shore. They named me Happy Smiley Lucky in 1996. I went across from the West Coast all the way to the East Coast with hemp before it was even legal in Canada. It was still legal. And then I started really focusing on people. So I started doing magic and juggling. And I started a thing called HJR. HJR stands for a hippie, a Jew, and a redneck. So when yesterday happened, I'm pretty passive. I'm truly a hippie and truly love everything. I truly understand what a cabal is. And I mean, I don't want to use it in any overture of religious, because I'm not Jewish, but a Jew in the sense that we're all one and we are thy own self. and a redneck, if it doesn't work this way, screw it and shoot it. I'm at that point to go below apart. I mean, I think every true North American is at that point. When you're saying we haven't seen it, I know the spark's in me. I've already done it on video. I'll give you a whole set the stage video that's in these books. I've done it in real life. November 5th is the next big show. I'm already planning a party outside of Spruce Grove. And have a nice big bonfire, some tanninite on 80 acres. And I'm gonna blow some shit up. I'm gonna have a whole bunch of trucks and people. And we're all gonna be safe. I'm gonna have the fire marshal there. And I'm gonna put a big trifecta of all parties. Right, left, NDP. I don't give a shit anymore. It's only the right end and the left end of your brain thinking. But we're going to put a policy on how we can govern each other. No, let's go back to light. I'm going to have a big party.
And become one again.
Well, I'm going to try to. I'm going to try to. I don't know. I don't know what else to do. But I mean, if I start drawing the energy, I don't, and then at the same time, the part of me that knows not to control is the part of me that's mindful. So
Matthew,
that anger.
Sorry, Matthew, can we just step in here for 1 second?
Yeah, please do.
Does anybody know about the emergency? I've heard about the emergency meeting last night. Does anybody have any insight on that? On the emergency meeting that Trudeau had?
No.
No, that's all I heard. That's it.
Not yet. We haven't heard anything yet about it. We just know that they were called in.
Now, do you think the emergency meeting
Well, I know today they tried to erase the fact that they had a Yahtzee in the house. They tried to erase that from the record.
Mm-hmm.
That I do know they tried that today, but for the meeting itself, nope.
Now, do you think it has anything to do with the convoy?
I'm
No,
sure
I-
it was mentioned.
I think it
Maybe.
has to do with bringing Buddy into the house.
I think they're trying to figure out their next moves.
I think so too. I don't think it was about the Yahtzee, because I mean that cat's out of the fucking bag, and what are they gonna have a meeting about? Oh, we fucked up. You know what I mean? It's like,
I just found it funny that they tried to erase it from the record.
Doesn't that make it worse?
That's the problem. That's probably
Yeah.
why they had the emergency meeting. Like, you gotta remember, across the world, like, there's still not Yahtzees getting tried, right? Like, they didn't die after World War II. They fled to Argentina. They fled
All
to
over the place,
Ukraine. They went to the States.
Every
like all the
country took
German
them in.
scientists. Exactly. They went across the world. Okay? They are being hunted down to this day.
By certain people, yeah. Poland
them.
especially.
All of them, even the new ones, because back then it was the Third Reich. We're on to the Fifth Reich. A lot of people don't understand that. And their main hub is Ukraine. Presently.
I think we're on the 6th.
They're working on to the 6th. Right now we're on the 5th. They're working on to the 6th.
No, we're in the 6th. You're close to that analogy, but we are in the 6th Reich.
Like it's disturbing.
You're seeing the
It's
super
very
soldiers, yeah.
scary. And
Well,
and I personally think when they brought that man into the House of Commons, they actually didn't expect people to find out who he was. They actually didn't.
Who found it out? Like who blew the whistle on
Disagree
that?
with that. I disagree with that. I believe they threw it in everybody's face.
They
Or
did.
they
They
100%.
didn't. They didn't expect it to go the way it did, though.
So what's the emergency meeting about? The United Nations now.
How to go about this?
The United Nations is the next step. The United Nations are going to overthrow now. They're going to step in. The amount of world stage propaganda that Canada has released upon World War II, it's basically ignited World War III and spiritual consciousness.
Mm-hmm.
So now the United Nations will take control. Once there starts becoming pandemonium in the streets, which is starting to be created, that pandemonium will end up to be Tiananmen Square.
I agree. But I also think the United Nations is the sixth rate, to be honest.
It's what?
I believe the United Nations is the sixth rate. Like, it's...
They're already here. They've been here. That's what I'm trying to tell you. The United Nations has been here for 20 years, brother.
Yeah. And I don't think the United Nations...
Actually, since 1968.
That's why BRICS is coming together and trying to overthrow that.
The BRICS are the Nazis.
You think?
Or Yazis, sorry. Think about it. Think about how the economic structure works. If you're going to look at it as an economic pull, and you were to look at what's going on economically, right now, most things aren't traversing the world. Supply shipments are being stopped all over. So storages and warehouses are depleting. We don't have enough food to feed the people. On all levels, wherever you are.
Everywhere across the world.
Well, here's...
Everywhere.
Guys,
Sit down.
Guys,
I just saw a comment. I just saw a comment. Somebody asked, well, if he was brought in, who else is in there? China? How many of them are from China?
Of which?
Politicians? We are not running our own country.
No.
Yep.
God, no.
Not even close. If you want to believe that, you're in a facade. You're not in the real world.
People like Klaus Schwab are running our country. Not
Klaus
our
Schwab
country, are running the countries.
Yeah.
There's people even above him.
It's called the one world government. They've already basically taken over, but just haven't announced it.
And I'm going to be honest with you, for anybody that thinks that the Illuminati is not real, are super blinded.
Okay, the Illuminati were the ones that were illuminating the Masonic Rite back in the 1700s to eliminate the idea of spirituality. They were illuminating the light of spirituality. They didn't do anything wrong. Ultimately, all they did was illuminate. They were like skull and crossbones. So in that kind of code or those ethics of a brethren, I don't know if it's really part of a global standard, because we can go back to the beginning of all of that too, right? You can go back to the 1500s, 1400s, back with Christopher Columbus and then Morocco and the 33 level of the Shriners. And the Shriners are the 33 level of the Scottish Reich, and the Muslims came in and slaughtered all the Christians in Morocco and dipped their fezzes into the blood. And that's why the Shriners' fez is red. This is when the Illuminati came, because they wanted to illuminate the factors of desecration of bodies. I mean, you can look into it and then saying, well, it's initiation, it's like devil's worship, it's all these things. But at the beginning of the time...
Yeah, but guys, I really don't want to get into a talk about the Illuminati and the Masons.
I don't either.
I'm not really interested in that.
No, that's
another
rabbit hole.
Yeah, not here.
Raven, you're absolutely right. It is a distraction for something else that's going on.
Yes.
Well, look what Klaus Schwab said. He's like, you guys, people in the world, are going to own nothing, and everybody's going to be happy.
Well, I don't really worry about what he says. I worry more about what people are going to do.
Well, that's their whole.
And
goal,
not just
to
that,
control us.
let's focus on, we have to focus on our communities, our
I agree.
country right now. We can't
Yes.
worry about everybody else right now because we're so far down the shithole that it's gonna
Yeah,
take
but it's
forever to get
all-
out of it.
I understand that, but
It's all connected, yes, but even though it's all connected, we still have our own voices and we got to figure this out without
You're
worrying
totally right.
about how do we. In fact, I remember watching a movie years ago and it was the small wars that won the big war.
Yep.
Yep.
That's right.
Well,
Like
look
everybody-
at look at
That's why
Vietnam.
we need to keep it. That's why we need to keep it community based, country based, or community based, wherever your situation is right now.
Yeah, we got to keep it within the country. I mean, everybody knows who the World Economic Forum is. Everybody knows what they're trying to push. You know, there's no point of talking about it. Everybody knows. The thing I like to see is how are people going to react? What are
We
people
got to
gonna
get
do?
rid of this maritime law and go
Yeah.
back to law of the land type thing and self-governance.
I totally
That's
agree.
right.
Yep.
Yeah, these are the conversations. I mean, I like to see more action, but right now you just got a lot of confused people out there that still think that they live in a wonderful system, and the system has not done them wrong. And I guess until it does do them wrong, then they're gonna then they'll change.
Yeah,
but there are
that could
people
be
that
when
are
it's
being
too
affected
late.
by this. They are being affected by the system in a negative way. That's why they want to do something about it.
Yeah, you're totally correct. Totally right. I agree.
Our elected officials need to probe this, Rusty. But there's no point of that. You're gonna get this. You're gonna get the same corrupt officials that are gonna probe what? I mean, they're probing us.
I hear you.
Yeah, there's no point, Rusty.
As much as we would like to conquer the world and bring all this nonsense down, we have to start where we can.
And that's
You want to know
with us.
something, Harley? Here's the thing, Harley. There are people like in other countries. I mean, Europe. There's a lot of. There are a lot of protests, a lot of movements going on there. So they we don't have to worry about them because they're doing it themselves.
We
That's
have
right.
to handle what's in our own backyard.
It's time for us to do the exact same thing. Yep.
And that means looking at everything that they've thrown at us and figuring it out.
And that's a handful right there.
Me personally, where we got to start is stop feeding into their stuff. Like people feel like taxes, for instance. People think that you have to pay taxes. No, you don't. Taxes are technically illegal. Like, people need to do research on NESARA/GESARA law, which a lot of people don't even know nothing about.
But try to
but
fight that
you
within
get taxed
their
on
system.
everything except for maybe your farts.
Well, taxes.
That's a good idea,
technically-
Raven.
Technically, the only taxes you're supposed to be paying are on non-essential goods. Okay, like
Raven, that's a great idea. If every country picked one thing and worked on it. The thing is we need to brainstorm with ourselves and have other people brainstorming with other countries to maybe something worked for somebody that we don't know about yet.
Yes, totally agree, 100%.
I agree. It's a good idea.
Well, you got most of the people now concentrating on kids.
Well, because the younger
And
generation.
and you know what, next time, that's exactly what they wanted them to do. I mentioned that. I said, how do you distract adults? Well, you go after their kids.
Yep. And they fell for it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes,
I mean,
it is an issue, but look at all the other big issues there are in front of us.
Exactly. I mean, there are bigger issues to worry about. I hate to say it, but there is, right? But you know what, though? There were so many people at that Million Man March. And I was like, wow, okay. They'll come out for that, but they won't come out for other stuff. That's way more important.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't get that either.
Yeah.
Which march? Sorry?
Million person march.
Oh. This is the first time me hearing about this. Like, sorry.
Okay. We can't cover every march, but pick some things that you're really passionate and good at and turn up for it.
Here's
not just marches.
Like
you
I believe in one day. You pick one day. Everybody marches. Where's all the police gonna be? Above. You create the distraction. Have people go searching. You do two birds with one stone. Divide and conquer.
Yep.
It's simple.
Like the Trojan horse.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody was so focused on the Trojan horse. Meanwhile, people were coming right from underneath and took down the kingdom. Or from right behind it.
History where every famous meeting has happened and connect the dots and see what lies under.
You're totally correct, Raven.
Okay,
it's right in front of you. It's just nobody wants to take the time and figure it out. Or you get some smarty comment saying, we already know that. Well, sometimes you have to layer it so people can catch on. Like in the U.S., there's tunnels where there's flames. Why would they do that? They basically can biohazard the land because we caught on. Look at Hawaii. Shall I go on? The map's backwards. The Wall of China. Come on, people. Every road has a symbol. Just saying what lies under it.
Mm-hmm. You're totally right. It was just like, what's his name? Like he was saying, every action, there's a reaction. And it's the same reaction. You use violence, violence is coming right back.
You reap what you sow.
Yep.
And with twice much force.
Yep. I like what Matthew was saying. We gotta start. People need to start reconnecting with inner vibrations and the light at the end of the day.
We need to
Some
start.
people have different chakras than others. You just got to utilize what you've got, and everybody's not going to be on the same mindset or level field, but they'll have an idea. You know what I mean? You just got to utilize what you've got. All
and
over
put it together.
The world, there's people who have served and sick of this freaking treasonous freaking government political stunt bull crap going on. But people want to label PTSD, they're mental and everything else. But look at freaking Are they any worse than the crap show that's going on? I think not. I think they're the least of your freaking worries.
Okay, let's change
They're
topic.
gonna know where to look. They're gonna know where to look and everything else. They're gonna have the intel to go underground.
Well, hold on, guys. Hold on. Yeah, sorry, Harley. What did you want to say?
I said let's change topic. I'm getting depressed.
Yeah. Same here.
Good idea.
Well, my neighbor was running around his yard naked the other day.
Oh, there you go. Some entertainment.
Oh my!
It was my sister that. It was my sister that spotted him. Like, stop looking in my neighbor's yard.
Oh man, that's actually
So,
pretty funny.
Random fun fact: I have a neighbor that streaks.
Is he a good
Well,
streaker
there
though,
you
Harley?
go.
Yeah, what was
Problem
your
is, I'm
rating,
blind
Harley?
as a bat. I can't see that far.
Was it worth watching?
I couldn't see that far. I could see somebody there, but I couldn't see anything because I can't see that far. I didn't have my glasses on.
Oh, invest in binoculars, girl.
Oh, man, that's
It's just like a
I
daily
might do that.
occurrence up in North Bay.
I'm moving up with Harley.
You're in North Bay?
Well, I've never noticed it before, but I figured my sister spotted it. I'm like, yay. And
My
we
neighbor
live
does that
right
all the
along the
time.
highway.
On 17?
Pardon
Like
me?
by Mark's Day? You live on 17 by
Nope.
Mark's Day? Oh,
Nope.
other side of North Bay?
Yeah, the other side of North Bay.
Isn't like North Bay where they have like the insane asylum?
Yeah, my family runs it. My family runs it.
Really?
No.
Yeah, the insane asylum that they call Canada.
Yeah, we're all inmates.
Yeah.
North Bay was like the key place. I grew up in the Sioux
Yeah,
and like
it
you
used
went
to
to
be,
the
but
North Bay.
They tore it down. They tore it down.
wow.
What was the, they tore it? Oh.
They kicked everybody out to the streets. They didn't build a building that was big enough to hold everybody. They kicked them all out.
Now they're next door.
Apparently.
Oh man.
I got a sticker next door. Sweet. Where do you live? North Bay?
They're running the country.
Wonder how that history progressed.
Running the country. They let them out to run the country.
It was not very warm out that day either.
Right down to Muskoka Lakes.
Muskoka's.
Well, I lived there. I used to live there.
Alice, I sent you a video of all of the vehicles outside Parliament last night.
You still on TikTok?
Yeah, this
Okay,
account.
thank you.
That emergency meeting.
Yeah. All the SUVs
Apparently
were all
everybody and
lined
her
up.
dog was there.
I would like to be a fly on that wall.
So would I.
What I ever, eh?
Welcome to
I
the
think there would
Kremlin.
be with all the shit that's
Well,
in there.
look at the issues they have to tackle. All that's being thrown at them.
You think there'd
They're
be a
the ones
shitload
that
of
are doing it to
bullshit?
themselves.
Oh, no, I'm not arguing that. It'd be funny to see them try to shovel the shit, though.
They wouldn't
Sit
work a
back,
day in
grab
their
it.
life. They wouldn't know what
Grab
to
a
do.
bag of popcorn and enjoy the show.
Yep. Give me a lawn chair.
You know, when he's in there, he doesn't even have to cross the street to get to Parliament, eh?
No, it's got underground tunnels.
Precious freaking.
There's underground tunnels everywhere. Believe it or not.
So
Like,
anyway, even if you were, because the reason why he does that is because if you were to cross the fucking street, you get fucking heckled
Or run over.
over and over again. Yeah, up and down and side and side.
The new speed bump.
Yeah.
What was that in the air? I don't know.
And then he just, he plays it off like it's no big deal. Actually, he waves and he smiles and.
Don't you love that smirky grin on his face?
Oh yeah. Actually, you know who loves him?
Oh, love the love for Trudeau. He's amazing.
Yeah, hold on. So you know who loves him more is, or who hates him more, are the people that are uttering that stuff, and they get really triggered by it. And it's like, well, you're expecting something different. You're not expecting the guy to actually, to say, "Oh, sorry," or no. He's gonna smile and wave because he loves that sort of.
He's never gonna apologize for a damn thing.
No fucking way. No. So if you're expecting an apology, good luck with that.
When have you ever seen a narcissist apologize to someone?
Yeah. Sorry, guys. I've got about 5 minutes.
When they want something else.
I'm just letting some people go now. Sorry, guys. Next time we'll do another talk. But I'm just curious to know about this emergency meeting. This to me is like, I mean, everybody wants to know, but I'm just thinking it's because of what's happening in Ottawa. That's what I think.
Definitely.
Yeah.
When you've got Poland coming after you, he's probably shitting in his pants now.
Well, he's got India after him. Now he's got Poland after him.
Yep.
Holy fuck.
You might see the UN drop him.
Like I said,
We don't even have a seat technically in the UN.
What?
We don't technically have a seat at the UN.
But that's a good thing, no?
Yeah, he tried to get a seat earlier and he never made it, so that's a good thing.
They don't want him either.
They don't want him either. Yeah, they don't.
But what countries are going to come to our aid when other countries are at our back door? You think the States is going to back us?
Nope.
No.
Well, even
Russia's got a direct link through the north.
Well, wouldn't it be fun, not funny, but for them to be the only ones to back us, that would be mind-blowing.
Yeah, that would be.
But he is totally fucking up our spot on the world stage.
It's all by design.
I'm wondering if he's telling his other cabinet members that he's going to step down.
We don't want.
You know who's going to take? We don't want Freeland there.
No, absolutely not.
She'd be worse.
But maybe that's the plan.
Or do you think that she's controlling him?
You want to know my theory?
Sure,
It
go
would
ahead.
be like the
my
spot
theory.
of Satan stepping down and the devil taking over.
You're gonna have a show up until election. Give or take the election, Putin is going to be the one that's gonna make the grand move. Everybody else is making the moves, and that dude sits back quietly and calm and collected. So right now it's going to be basically the devil you know versus the devil you don't know. And then comes election in the United States, that's going to be the turning point of the show. This is just a game of chess. They're just playing their pawns right now. This is nothing.
No, it's going to get worse.
If you wait longer, it's going to get way worse. That's why I said if you don't do something now, then here shortly they're going to be 10 steps ahead of us, and it's all game over.
Yeah, but what okay, so but like what, militarily they're going to bring people in here? Is that what you're saying?
There's people intertwined all over the world.
Mm-hmm.
It's basically kind of dividing and conquering. That's what the game is. It's a game.
I hear what you're saying, but there's 7 billion of us, though.
It's time to unify.
No, absolutely right.
Oh, we've been screaming that for a while.
We have to stop letting them divide us.
But the rest of what's going on in the world, yeah. You want my honest opinion? It's all a distraction to society. It's the biggest distraction. What are they doing? What are they doing? What are you doing?
We have to get ahead of them. How do we do it?
Okay. Matthew, once again, they are the elite. We just call them they.
Yep.
They are always.
That's why I said you got to pick a topic. Everybody's got to pick a topic, and then you've got to march. Like, I can't tell you like exactly what to do because I don't live in your land. I can tell you a grand plan if everybody would be like on board to do it, not wait for, US is going to be the grand tipping scale of, global 1776, basically.
Matthew, I don't want to get into a debate about words. When we say they, we're talking about the people that are trying to do the one world government. I'm definitely not involved in that. Neither is anybody else in this page.
Yeah, they are in control. They are calling the shots. And they
are
have
the ones.
He's saying basically flip the tables. He's like, your mindset is like, yes, I know what you're saying by when we say they. Yes, grand scale is them, the upper people. But what he's saying is that we've got to show them that we all have natural born rights. They work for us, not we work for them.
Of course, yeah. I mean, yeah, we've been saying that for the longest time.
And that's what I'm telling you, everybody, to do. Turn your backs on the government. Quit worrying about what they're doing. Worry about getting the community set up. Know your neighbors. Because this is the calm. Because right
Anthony?
now all they're doing is figuring out who's too public, who's too, showy or voicey. They're going to be a little bit more discreet right now, given that if a certain symbol was shown on a person, the N word, the person, yeah, they're going to be quiet right now. You're not going to see anything for about a week or two, about 10 days. Then you'll see what's going to happen next. So you got about 10 days to worry about being a community and what you want to do and start using your voices. You'll know when it's time to go and act. You'll know.
Okay, hang on.
But they play quiet for 10 days on average. It's about 10 days. And then you'll see something across the border pop up. It's like that because they give you enough time to forget about what happened, and then they'll post something, and it'll be across the border.
Okay, hang on a minute. My turn. Anthony, if you're not doing anything, then you need to look at yourself and figure out what you can do around you. Because it's going to take communities getting everybody through this stuff. So where I live, it's quite a community and we all have each other's back.
Getting people to group together and agree on anything is going to be the biggest struggle.
But you mean like it's like
That's
herding
why we have
cats?
to start small.
Yes, like herding cats. Like
It's like herding
we
cats.
agree in this group, but we're right across Canada. If
Yeah,
I was to
herding
go
cats
out,
is sorry.
go ahead. That's okay.
I was just saying herding cats is a good analogy, Alice.
I can't herd one cat for God's sake.
Well, I mean, like,
Throw a blanket over them.
right? I mean,
Cats are easy.
I've been talking
Trust me, cats are easy. I've tried to herd all kinds of animals, and the cats are the fucking easiest. You just
The
shake
cats
a
are the
bowl of food.
That's true too. I guess we got to find the right food then.
Exactly. And it's going to be kids or money, like taxes, your farmers. I mean, every country has a topic that they can agree on. Just look at your polls. What does the majority of that stand for? That person stand for? Your angle's right there. If
But
that's
the thing-
And then you
entirely
need to stay
true.
on topic.
So then you have
Then you
one
need to stay
topic,
on.
and then you have a backup topic. That's what I'm saying. If those polls are correct.
Right. Okay. So here's the thing, though. We have these conversations all the time, and I encourage open dialogue. You know, we disagree or we agree to disagree, or we agree, or we find middle ground. But those are all part and parcel of a self-governing system. But the problem is that we don't have it, and that's going to be the hardest part. And the reason why is because some people are like, well, we need constitutional conventions. Others are saying, no, we need a fourth party. Others say we need this. Others say we need that. It's like everybody has the fucking answer. You know what? My solution is really fucking simple. Self-governance. That's it. That's all there is to it. And other people want to make it more complex. That's a problem, and that's going to be for us. That's going to be the hardest part, is trying to get people on the same page. I don't care what we do, as long as we have, as a man or woman of this country, I want the ability to vote on issues directly. I don't care what you call it. You can call it whatever you want, but that's what I strive for. That, for me,
I agree.
is paramount.
I agree with that.
You're speaking on chakras, and everybody at different levels. Everybody has something to give.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're also speaking on majority rules in society as a community. I know where you're going. You're going really smart. You're catching on to what I'm saying. I'm proud.
Okay.
We've
No,
been
I just like to
preaching
be a
this
little
for
bit
many
fancy
years.
with how I say it.
Well, Raven,
Yeah.
we've been talking about this. We've been talking about this all the time when I do my lives.
Been trying to get the point across for many years.
Yeah.
I've only
And
been
again-
here for about 8 months, and I've learned a lot.
I know Fern. Fern is he's part of the Mythos Canada, and I agree with Fern. I agree with what Fern is doing. I agree with what Kamala said. They're all on the right track also. They're very similar to what I pretty much the same with subtle differences, but the end goal is the same as my end goal, and that is again, it's Duke Willis calls it, what does he call it? Self-representation, because he doesn't want to call it democracy. Fine, call it self-representation. I don't care. I know that the end goal is the same. Call it whatever you want.
We govern ourselves.
Right.
We need to remind government they work for us, not the other way around.
Exactly, Necktie.
And the good thing is that you got another a good guy out there. He's actually not on live tonight, Matthew. Matthew's another guy who talks about this stuff all the time. He has debates.
Matthew, I think, is taking a break.
3 weeks ago. I met him like 3 weeks ago. And then he's
Uh-huh.
like, can she speak? Can she speak? I don't know the fancy like doohickey like titles and all that stuff, you know. I joke with him about that all the time. But I've only talked to him for 3 weeks, and this is the first time I actually get vocal about some of this stuff. You know, I'll post what I know,
Mhm.
but I never found like a group that thinks like I do, and I think this is pretty dope. So Not gonna lie.
Oh, I was on live with him earlier, and he's at the end of his candle right now, almost.
Well, he's been on a lot though. Necktie, it gets exhausting, man.
Yeah, he's getting burnt out, poor guy.
Yeah, he needs a break before he does burnout.
Yeah, I told him to take a break and
Talking about dropping
just collect
everything
thoughts.
and just living in his van.
Well, I mean, see this, and this is the stupid comments you get. Like this. Remember when I said it's like herding cats? Well, you get these dumbass comments from people that have no idea what self-governance is. They've never experienced self-governance, but for some fucking reason, they have an opinion about it.
It's doing what you
Be a
want. You're
Banana
not
Republic.
lame.
It's the
That's in
complete
the
opposite,
freaking
you
day. You don't
fucking
have to ask
moron.
permission to go fishing. What the crap?
Yeah, and apparently he can't spell chaos properly either. So and
He
I'm
doesn't
supposed to
even know what a
take
Banana Republic is.
exactly
There,
necktie,
mate.
but I'm supposed to take his fucking his comment seriously. No, Andrew, but Switzerland has.
We all live on Turtle Island, but we have to pay through the teeth to live on it.
Mm-hmm.
Let me just put it this way: governance. Sorry, I can't talk. But anyways, my point is that it's been erased from history. Why do you think that they want to take down the cathedrals? Because that stuff was made on people's free time. And that technology has been hidden from us. They want us to think that, oh, you can only just, weld metal together and call it art. But you have like this solid statue standing for how long compared to the rust bucket?
Andrew, I know that I've experienced this shit fucking system, and I know that this system doesn't fucking work. So therefore, I'm looking for solutions, and I think I found one.
And we don't know if it won't work if we don't try it.
Right. And again, Switzerland's got they have self-governance to a certain degree. So there you go. I'm living vicariously through the Swiss people's eyes. How about that, Andrew?
I think when the government tells us to eat bugs.
Yeah, Andrew likes to take orders.
Saying, I'll want to farm and harvest in my freaking backyard in town.
Okay, but let me answer this. Okay, so don't discredit other. What discrediting what? What? Okay, so basically, Rehan is saying that. Let me see what he said. He's saying self-governance ends up in chaos and made Canada a banana republic. Since when has Canada had a self-governance, Andrew? Have we ever been self-governed? No, we've been under a fucking crown. You're pointing out my hypocrisy. So because I want self-governance, that's a hypocrisy.
Because we're tired of being
have an
ruled.
opinion. I'm saying what he's saying. He's basically telling me that self-governance is not working. So he's talking from experience, you fucking dummy. It's like he's telling me he's lived through it. He's actually done it. So therefore, he's the fucking guru on it.
Andrew, stop arguing about who said what and just listen.
Where's that utopia? Nowhere.
Yeah, so basically that guy's telling me that self-governance is going to turn out to chaos and turn Canada to a public or a banana republic. From when? You guys are two fucking dumbasses, seriously.
Okay, let's move on from them. That's not going to make a difference.
No, you can quit. Just stop saying stupid shit. Seriously. This is really stupid, okay? I got to be honest with you. This is really dumb. Self-governance ends up in chaos. Can you spell chaos properly, please? First of all.
Who the hell is
Self-governance
Alex?
ends up in chaos and made Canada or he can't even spell. Made Canada banana republic, bro. And then Andrew's agreeing with that? Holy fuck. So we got dumb and dumber here then. I'm sorry, man, but don't make these stupid fucking comments, man. They're really fucking stupid.
Well, Alex, they come in pairs.
Okay, if I contradict myself, Andrew, then get the fuck out of here then. If you feel that way. Agree with what? Self-governance turns into, based on what country do you know it was self-governed and turned into a banana republic? Can you tell me which one? No, I just think you're here to antagonize people because you're a fucking idiot and an asshole on top of that.
Let's take a breath.
A fucking asshole. That fucking dummy. You see that? There you go.
Read.
No, there you go. But that's the problem right there. That's why it'll never fucking happen. You got these provocateurs that come into your room and they make stupid fucking comments.
They argue about nothing.
I think it comes into the fear when you don't have money, people ain't going to work. People ain't going to be a community. That's probably what he's trying to placate on. That mindset. And that's just wrong. Because there was a time before the government stepped in. Hello. But it's been erased through history, just like cultures, grand, like look at Egypt, the color red. Do you see that being honored very much? No, unless it's a historical building. Past that, they don't give a crap. So it's about ready to happen. All cultures is going to be one playing field. And it's going to be one grand stage.
So what I'm trying to say here is that if you want to debate me, please bring the facts. I'm okay with you. We can have disagreements. I'm okay with that. But if you're going to make these absurd fucking statements about this bro and that bro, and you can't even spell and you can't even put two fucking words together, how can I take you seriously? And then you got your
stop with the word bro, please. Stop with the word bro.
Oh, I can't stand that either, Necktie.
But here's the thing, though. When you use the word bro, you've already lost me.
Yep.
Just, if you're going to make up shit. Do it elsewhere. Because sometimes people will take that as fact, believe it or not. Yeah, exactly. Wait, brah.
Oh, Jesus.
You want to go talk that language to your friends? Right ahead. Just don't do it to us.
I heard. I'm not kidding you. When I was at the gym one time, I swear to God, I heard the guy say "bro" in a sentence about 20 fucking times.
Oh, no doubt.
It was like one bro after another.
I only got that from kids in school once.
Yeah.
People use that word to manipulate people.
Or is it their lack of vocabulary
No, it's their way of pushing their weight around.
They try to brush you off using it, like, yeah, whatever.
I guess there's different contexts.
That's why we have it.
Or just to hide the fact that they're stupid.
Well, pretty much, yeah.
There's very few people in this world that I'll call bro.
If I want to piss someone off, I'll call them guy. Hey, guy.
It's like calling a woman chick. Listen, chick. I could rip your eyeballs out and then replace them with my fists.
Holy shit. Can you imagine calling it like one of those feminists? A chick? Holy fuck.
It's downgrading.
Or back in the day, they used to call them broads.
Oh, that's worse. Don't even.
Actually, one guy took it a step further and called someone a classy broad.
Oh. I hate being called ma'am. I hate that.
And we kind of got that.
Yeah, don't call me that. Don't go there. That's an old word. Don't use that on me.
Yes.
Yes,
Roger,
ma'am.
I will call you Roger. I won't call you bro.
I don't even call my brother bro. No, that's true. I call him dumbass.
Hey, stupid.
I think we all do.
Roxy, I love your new photo.
Thanks, honey.
Yes, it's very sexy.
I love your photo, bro.
You ever want to come near the real thing, don't use that again.
Would you say that if you were standing in front of her?
No.
No, I don't think you would.
No, I would not. I wouldn't
No, I
call
don't think so either.
I wouldn't call her broad either.
Nope.
Won't call her broad.
I don't like that word either.
And I'm
Broad.
definitely not going to call her ma'am.
Or when a guy calls you sweetie when he's trying to kind of make you seem stupid.
Oh, listen here, sweetie. Oh, you know what? Some guy called me a sweetheart. Listen, sweetheart.
Oh, he did
Fuck off.
too.
Or darling.
It's the same idea they do when they say bro. It's the same thing.
Yep.
It's not a good thing.
Well, it's sort of like
No.
condescending, right? It's condescending in a way.
If you're sincerely talking to someone, sure, but
No, if I call you bro, it's for a good reason. It's not something I use loosely. I literally consider you a brother, you know?
Okay.
okay,
I prefer
sweetheart.
if someone says brother. To be honest with you. If someone says brother, it's better. Like
Yeah.
sometimes I'll say hey brother, like I'll say brother, but I won't say
Well-
bro. Hey, bro.
Like in unions, they call each other brother and sister.
Sisters, yeah. This is a fact.
This is a fact.
Oh fuck. I have
Get
to
the fact
admit,
checker.
I have to admit that guy triggered me, man. I don't know if you guys could tell or not.
No, couldn't tell at all.
No, not at all.
I thought you were being your usual calm self.
Oh fuck.
I don't know
what
what's
gets-
wrong with you, bro.
Yeah, bro, bruh. Gets my fucking goat, man.
I had a student call me that, a male student
Sup,
one
bro?
day.
Yeah.
And I turned around and I gave him the dirtiest look I could, and he never called me it again.
Sure, you got those laser eyes of yours.
I do.
You shot lasers out of your eyes.
And if I raise one eyebrow, they usually run.
See ya. Oh man.
Oh, some people's children, you just can't change them.
Nope.
It's still legal to shoot them too.
You can't slap the shit out of them.
Would be nice though.
Yeah. I probably need a little
Definitely
step
bring
stool
back
for most.
spanking.
Say that
Not
again.
a full-out
next time?
whooping, just a spanking. Yeah, you should bring that back.
Who are you going to spank?
Well, I don't know. Are you offering?
Were you
I swear you
asking,
said the
Roxanne?
first script there.
Yeah, no problem, Raven. I was gonna say if Roxanne was asking.
Yeah, that's a different story.
Jeez, are you going to line up or what?
Well, I have the clap, you know.
Fuck.
Jeez, you gotta
Screw
stop
your
saying
ass.
that, Alice. You have to
that.
stop saying that.
No,
You're
no,
never
excuse
going to
me.
get a fucking date if you keep advertising like that.
Excuse me, ma'ams. But you
Yeah,
guys were
what
the
do you want,
ones
bro?
that were.
Bite me.
You guys were the ones saying about. But But Alice, do you have the clap?
I never said that.
You probably didn't, but
I said it. I'll admit it.
Yes, you
I
did.
said it.
And
Well,
then you
because
guys
that's
were-
the way you came across, and I went, "You have to clap."
And then they proceeded to
That's not
say,
a thing.
"Oh, it went over his head. It went over his head." That was fucking funny. was-
I do remember that part.
Mm-hmm.
And then at the necktie at the end of the live, I said, "Oh, by the way, ladies, yes, I do have the clap."
And
Have a
then
good
we all
day.
scattered.
Wasn't that one of her morning shots?
Yes.
Oh, another
Yes.
word I hate is the word dear if someone doesn't know you. Like, remember I told you there was this guy from the U.S. that on a private
Oh, yes.
in a private chat he would say, "Hi, dear." He doesn't even freaking know me. And then he said something else, I don't know, another term that you'd only use for someone you know really well. And then I said, I'm not in, like, you're in the U.S., I'm not, and then I told him I'm not interested, and he goes, I don't understand. And then I had to find a way how to totally block him. So that was a couple months ago, I totally just blocked him. So
Say thanks, fuckface.
ignoring him didn't work.
By the way, me changing my photo worked like a charm. They don't know whether I'm a female or male.
Yeah, mine started flooding back.
You know what? I'm telling you, I feel sorry for you ladies because I know how certain guys are. Like most guys are fucking animals, man. Like,
You know how many guys have followed me since I changed my picture?
Oh, I know.
52.
Really?
yeah.
Yes.
Hi, Allie.
Hi,
Not
Allie.
one of them liked a single video, but they all follow me now.
Huh?
Now, Roxanne, can you imagine if you were to tilt that camera a little bit lower, how many more followers you would get?
50,000.
You go viral.
You'll wait until I get the camera ready.
Oh boy. Has anyone talked to Anne? Her last. She wasn't. Oh shit. I did see Anne come in here. I hope she's doing okay. I know she was taking a whole bunch of medication and stuff like that.
I haven't seen Cheryl in a long time. In a few days.
Well,
you send me stuff every day.
Yeah. I don't know if I should have a conversation about that here, but I don't think I want.
Okay, well,
do it privately.
I've talked to Harley. I've talked to Peaches, Roxanne, but I'll talk to you guys another time. You know what I'll do? I'll put the live private.
All right.
I'll let you guys know.
Yeah, Anne didn't sound too good last video she had. She was thinking about coming off that new medication.
Yeah, she didn't sound that good, Anne.
Hey, Jerry. Jerry, you're not feeling good either? Is that what you're saying?
What's up, Jer? Do you need me to take your temperature, Jerry? Now we'll see how sick he is.
Oh, what happened? Oh, Jerry, yes. Jerry, I'll definitely let you know too.
Yeah, you kind of have to do a private live.
Yes.
Jerry, are you up in my area?
No, Art Black, you won't be back.
Yeah, please go away.
No, he's gone.
That's what I thought.
Oh. You know what? I think Matthew's onto something.
What?
What's Matthew doing?
Taking a break.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we all need a break, don't we?
That's right.
Well, you guys keep me company.
I know.
Well, I mean, to be honest with you, it's I mean, we keep each other company, so it's that's always good, right?
Yeah.
Well, at least we can get off the politics and we can have a laugh once in a while.
Oh yeah, and usually in the morning is when I have that.
Matthew is straight ahead. Eyes don't veer off the road.
Thanks, Donna. But we feel the same about you.
Maybe do a live
Roger?
where only friends can come in type thing.
Yeah. Roger, I will say that I don't hate Cheryl. I don't hate her. But I'm not going to talk about it because you know what? It's I don't want it to be trashy. You know what I mean? We've seen the sun today. It was brilliant. It was brilliant whites. No, I didn't. Mink Man, I heard about it. But no, I haven't really read it.
Mine yesterday morning was the orangest I've ever seen it.
Wait a second. Oh, he's saying that the sun was okay. Hold on. Fucking confused here now. Okay, I thought he was talking about the Toronto Sun.
No, I think he meant the real sun.
The real sun.
Yeah, I
Okay.
think he was talking about the real sun.
Oh, we've seen the sun today with brilliant white. Okay, sorry. Oops. Hey, Monty. Yes. White sun. Wow. Okay.
It used to be yellow.
Yep.
It's not paying its carbon tax.
Smart ass.
We'll show you, son.
We're gonna block you out, motherfucker.
I think Bill Gates right now Bill Gates has got a hard on right now, knowing that the sun's white. 55 years I've never seen it like that. You know what, Make Man? Neither have I. I don't think I've ever seen a white sun.
I don't think I have either.
It's been a really weird year for even the warmth. Usually when it's warm outside or hot outside, you sit in the shade. It's still hot, but it's a little cool. I couldn't find a happy medium. I was either freezing or roasting.
Harley, I agree. I felt the same way.
Yeah, this summer wasn't the greatest of summers. I mean, we had some really nice fucking days. I remember like really nice days, but overall, yeah.
We had some hot days in July, and then August on was nothing but cold, damp, and rainy.
Yep, a lot of rain.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
It's so much rain, my cabbages rotted from the bottom up.
Wow.
Now, what's white cabbage?
Yeah.
That's a bloody shame.
Oh, I wanted to make sauerkraut. I was pissed.
Oh, you know what?
My tomatoes went to shit.
Your tomatoes are?
Yeah, most of them went to shit.
No, my tomatoes I picked green, so I saved them.
Yeah, okay, sorry. They do ripen though, right?
Oh yeah, I put them in the bedroom in a cardboard box with newspaper over them.
Now, do you snuggle with them at night or?
Yeah.
My watermelon and cantaloupe went to shit.
Harley, they do that with age.
Yeah, not going there. Not going there. Not going there. Thanks, Roxy.
Necktie, and they say that we're pigs. Necktie, they say that we're pigs. Can you believe this shit?
You fucking bite me.
Yes,
you guys caught the melon thing and the age. You guys.
Hey, women can pick on each other like that. It's okay.
Yes, dear.
Allie, and they call me misogynist. Unbelievable.
You're a racist and a white privileged racist.
Apparently, yes. I'm whiter than that sun. Touchy. You guys might need a private life.
Harley, what were you saying about your melons?
Every time they started, they just died off.
I had the problem with my
Every
cucumbers,
single
couldn't
one
get
of
them
them.
going.
You see what I mean, Allie? Now they're talking about melons and cucumbers. Unreal.
Don't get
They're
excited,
getting better
guys.
now.
Unbelievable.
Control yourself, old man.
Unreal.
By the way, has anyone? I have a question about bananas.
I'm sorry.
Anyway,
Whatever the banana topic is, I'm out because I have an allergy to them.
anyway, I bought some what I thought was organic bananas. There was like 3 of them, and I left them on my counter. And then when I peeled it, it didn't have a banana texture. It was kind of like weird. It didn't taste right, and they never ripen. You know how bananas only last about 3 to 5 days before they get too ripe?
Yes.
These never went too ripe at all. So I'm wondering, are they, like, even though they were labeled organic, are they GMO? Like, I've never had anything like it before.
I have, but only from Walmart bananas.
These were from Canadian Superstore, I think.
Okay.
But
It was the peaches this year I found weird.
peaches?
Yeah, they were all like stringy.
I by accident one week I bought green bananas and I thought they were just green. Turns out they were plantain. They weren't bananas. They were the
Oh,
plantains.
hope you didn't try to eat one of them raw.
I tried, yeah.
I wonder if it was, but plantain is bigger than bananas, right? Aren't they bigger?
Much bigger.
So these were.
These are green. No, they were plantain bananas, and they were the same size as the regular bananas.
Oh, okay. So maybe what I picked up was plantain, and I thought it was regular bananas. Because I had to throw them all out. I couldn't eat it like the way it was, and I didn't have my receipt anymore. Because usually you don't.
No, I was going to say I think you have to cook them.
You do.
But I didn't. But I thought it was bananas. So.
Me too. Yeah, I thought it was bananas too. Yeah.
But they're paler than bananas, and they're usually much bigger.
No, these were
Yes,
small.
that's true.
I only buy small bananas because I have diabetes and I gotta not eat too much sugar.
Oh, I like big bananas. I like them when they're still green and they got some bite to them.
Yeah, you like that?
Too.
I love that.
Oh my god, I do like.
I was with you till the bite.
What?
So
I miss eating bananas.
So, Roxy, it could have been plantain, and I didn't know. But why would it only be the size of a small banana? I don't get it.
I don't know.
Plantain ones?
Yeah.
Alice,
I
say
don't.
plantain.
I like plantain.
No, that's not how you say it.
No, but it's cuter that way.
You Ontario people, you can't pronounce words right.
No, we Ontario people are the best people.
Maybe northern ones, not the south.
Oh, for fuck's sakes. You had to mention the northern ones, didn't you?
And Mink Man, I didn't look at the code on
There's
the.
nothing wrong with the northern one.
No, if they're too ripe, they go mushy, and and that's when they have the most sugar, when they're too ripe.
Yeah.
But usually when they go they start getting spot like black spots on them. That's when for me it's I don't like eating them.
Nope.
And these ones were on my counter for over a week and didn't change at all.
Yeah, those were plantains.
Okay.
What's the number of the on the code of your banana? I'm not sure, Minkman.
There is codes for all vegetables. Let you know if they're the dirty dozen or the clean dozen. Whether they're really heavily sprayed or not.
Allie says Northern Ontario is cold. I used to live there.
It can be, yep.
Yeah, if the mosquitoes don't fly away with your kid.
We got those bastards too.
They're fucking
Black
huge
flies.
up in hers.
What?
Up in Hearst, they're fucking massive. They're the size of goddamn birds.
This year I found them really big. Did you guys hear about the mosquito that was found with a tracking number tattooed onto it?
No.
Yeah.
How big is this
Apparently
fucking thing?
there's millions upon millions being released from planes, and they all have tracking numbers on them.
How the hell would you see it?
Are those the Bill Gates mosquitoes that have
That's what I heard.
Because I seen a video of a helicopter releasing all these mosquitoes a couple weeks ago or whatever, but I don't know where it was.
And then I watched the video of the guy. He held the mosquito by the wings, and he said, "Can you see this tracking number?" Like he had a magnifying glass up to it, and so, oh my God, there was.
Wow.
Hey, wait a second. Are these nanobots or like they're actually real mosquitoes?
It looked like a real freaking mosquito to me.
Holy fuck.
Wow.
What the hell are they poisoning us with?
They're playing God. That's what they're doing.
So I'm telling you, mosquitoes love me.
Well, they've done it before, anyways. They've affected villages with syphilis and all kinds of
The
shit.
clap and it.
Was that on TikTok, Roxy, that you saw it?
Yep.
Okay. I didn't see that one.
TikTok is the only place you get the truth.
Well, that and Twitter. Twitter still.
Yeah.
You know, I lost. I used to like Twitter once upon a time, but I don't know. Ever since they started censoring but I don't think that Elon Musk. I don't know. My opinion, anyways. I don't know. It's not the same.
No.
Well, they brought back, though. I know there may be some censoring, but they brought back some doctors that are allowed to say the truth now, like Dr. William Mackus from Alberta. All he posts on there is turbo cancers and back injuries. That's all he posts. And before Elon bought it, he was shut down. All the good doctors were. Now all the doctors are back telling the truth. Dr. Malone, the other guy, what's that bald doctor? No, the balding doctor's name. He talks a lot. I can't remember.
And apparently, that verifying thing is like it's a big scam. Like if you want to verify, when you get that blue check mark beside your name, you got to pay for that.
Yeah, but I'm not verified, Alice. I got a fake name, and
neither am I, Avery.
So I just use a fake name, and I mainly go on it to see what's going on. Sometimes I'll make some posts, but like I'll